Hello and welcome to the Fall Sports Wrap-Up, where we'll be talking about the fall season teams and how they did.
I'm Gourley, next to me is Clayton, Rutherford, and we'll be hosting for this season.
First up, we have the boys soccer team with a record of 12-4-2 and a 9-game streak. The team made it to playoffs but lost against Central Catholic on November 4th. Here are the captains, Alex Arkillian, Jonah Abraham, and Owen Boylard with their thoughts.
We had a really good season this year. We went 12-4-2, started off great, had a 9-game unbeaten streak, but that unfortunately ended midway through the season.
Yeah, it was a great season. We made it into playoffs. It was really fun. Lost in PKs to Central Catholic during playoffs, but overall, happy with the season. It was really fun.
The goals that our team had this season was to make playoffs, obviously, and we succeeded in that, and to win the NBC, but unfortunately we lost out by 1 point to Central Catholic. So. Team morale was very high, actually. We would go to the locker room, get hyped before games. We were getting hype on the bus before, after.
Yeah, the pasta dinners, all the team bonded really well this year. I think all the boys liked each other, no problems.
I want to give a shout out to Vincent. 20 goals as a sophomore, ridiculous. I mean, nobody can do that, only Vince.
I'd like to shout out Rye Guy for playing our music and just being our #1 fan. That guy's a beast. Love him.
And I want to shout out Coach Lococo, being the assistant coach this year.
Next, we have the girls volleyball team. The team had a strong season with a winning record of 11-8. It's the first time that the girls made it to playoffs since 2015, but they lost against Haver on November 3rd. Here are the captains, Chance Drewitz and Emma Taylor, with what they have to say about this season.
So our record was 11-8 this season, which is really good considering the past couple of seasons we didn't do as well, so it was really nice to have a winning record this season, and yeah, it just felt really good.
We really came through this season. This is actually the first year we've made it to playoffs since I think 2015, so it's felt really good to have such a good season for our senior year.
So I'd say definitely the biggest goal was making playoffs. We knew coming in that it would be close and we could get there if we really put the work in and did it, so I think that was definitely our biggest goal and that we made it, which was great.
I think we also really wanted to improve on last year. We didn't have a great record last year. We also had a very new team, so I think we really just wanted to improve on last year and get closer and improve as a team. This was a really big deal for us. We haven't, again, as I said, we haven't made it in so long, and just to be able to say we've come so far from last year and improved so much, everyone individually and as a team, was definitely our biggest improvement.
Yeah, we battled and took the win against some really tough teams, so that just felt great too.
We had some really new people on the team, or some people that stepped into roles that they didn't intend to fill when they first started the season. We had a lot of injuries happen that we were not expecting. So people really just were able to fill other people's shoes and just come in and play their best, and I think that was really impressive. Yeah. We tend to have an issue with once we lose one game, we sometimes get down, but we were really able to come back even after a tough loss, and we come back the next game just stronger and playing more together and better than we ever have. I think we were really able to come together as a team on quite a few occasions and against really good teams and give it our all.
Yeah. Shout out to Coach, Coach Edgar, he's the best, Coach Allie, JV, she's awesome, and then also Coach Taylor and Coach Jazz, who are our freshman team coaches this year. We struggled with finding some freshman team coaches.
Yeah, we appreciate them.
So to be able to have them was great, and the program wouldn't be the same without them.
Yeah, to all our coaches who stuck with us through the last few seasons, and to our teammates who really came through the season and made it a really good one.
The football team has been doing fantastic this season with a record of 8-3 and beat Hingham to move on to the next level during playoffs. Better than last season. Here are the captains, Nick Sparonis, Manny Marshall, Joe Taze, Joe Beatree, and Cooper Collins.
This season we mainly had 3 goals: win the state championship, win MVCs, and be better than last year's team.
I think my situation boosted the team's morale, gave them something to play for in a bigger picture, and definitely boosted the morale, made them play better.
first week we played Maynard. We had a pretty tough loss, but that honestly helped our team. Like, we said after that game that would never happen again, and it really didn't. We just started playing better than we ever have.
We've been doing pretty good this season. After the first game, after that loss, we bounced back strong, kept our heads up high, and really came back around and made it work out. And right now, we're 8-2, about to be 9-2, and better than last season.
We felt confident going into the playoffs. First playoff home game since 2003, I think. Winning the first couple of games felt good. We ended up coming short to CM. They were a great team. You know, we battled, but came up short. Shout out Coach White, our freshman coach. He was a great coach. He believed in all of us, and it really helped us become leaders.
Girls field hockey has also been doing extraordinary this year with a record of 13-4 and entered playoffs, winning against Brookline and Lexington. It was a great season, and here are the captains Emily Stagnan and Ramore Sarah to tell you so.
Our team's had a really successful season this year. We're 13-4, and we've had the toughest schedule yet. And we ended up finishing 6th in Division I this year. We're excited to keep it going in playoffs. Beginning of the season, before any of our games started, the team sat down and we came up with 5 values we wanted to instill in us as a team throughout the season, you know, in all of our games and everything. And they were positivity, intensity, confidence, being one team and being like united, and effort. And I think what made us so successful was just, you know, instilling all of those values in us throughout practices and games. Our schedule was pretty hard. We had one of the hardest power ranking schedules ever, playing really high level teams, and I think those were probably our challenges, but also really benefited us in the end because it gave us really great exposure for playoffs and just made us better as a team. So they were challenges, but I think they really benefited us in the end. Our team is just super positive all around, and that's one of the things our coach says, that's why we're so successful. There's no egos on the team. Everyone just sees each other as one, and we just play together as a unit, and that's why we got to where we are. Shout out to our coaches. They are the best. Love you all. You guys are so awesome. We would not be where we are today without you, and we can thank all of our successes to you.
All of the teams had a great season this year. Golf with a record of 10-3, girls swim and dive with a record of 7-3-1, boys cross country with a record of 7-3, and girls with 4-6, and girls soccer with 7-10-2.
We'd like to thank all the athletes, coaches, staff, athletic director Dan Hart, assistant athletic director Rebecca DeStacy, and everyone else who made this season so successful.
Thank you to CHS TV and their crew for filming these games, which you can watch on the Chelmsford TV YouTube channel.
Let's go Lions!